Hey, I wanted to make a video to talk about my some Avengers list that managed somehow to make it to the top 8 on this season 15 TTS league. So yeah, I'll dive right into it. Here's my list. As you can see, it's a pretty cool name for a Sam list. We will start with Sam. Well, what can I say about this guy? He's amazing. He's the leader of our faction. I build my list so I can get him to do stuff in all my matchups. I don't do dual affiliations or anything. So he's always present. He's a really cool toolbox with 4 power. He can unlock basically his whole kit. So a charge and airlift are pretty useful for rotations, damage, push, amazing model and one of my favorite Marvel characters. So double the price. Here we have Luke Cage. Well, he's a really tanky guy. He's awesome. He has all the thing we want. He's reduced damage, immune to bleed. I mean, he can tank like pseudo bodyguard, like in the other way around. He can surprisingly attack like really hard with 7 dice and a wild throw. That's really good. So yeah, I love Luke Cage. Heroes for Hire is an amazing card, and every time someone is threatening to kill my models, Luke is my first thought. Also with Heroes for Hire. Moving on to Miles. I tend to use my list with at least one steal per game. Miles is the cheapest one here. So yeah, his role is pretty much Venom Blast everything that he can. If in the case he could not, Webland Kick is really good to start throwing people around, maybe deal some damage, maybe score a few points for me, either by denying my opponent some points or just kick someone and walk over there and steal them. So yeah, amazing model and also a steal. Well, speaking of steel, Mr. Rhino here, he is crazy good. Obviously, with this card he can steal. He has no superpower to do that here. He is really good rotating around the map. I tend to play a lot of spread maps, so I really love Stampede, and he's really strong. He's also really tanky. So yeah, I really like Rhino, and he fits my theme of playing pay to flips really good. I'll reach the prices later. Here I have Toad. Toad is my pseudo safeguard. He is really good. He's a squishy boy. So yeah, he can pretty much steal stuff from you if you're not aware of his interaction with 2 range instead of the normal one. So yeah, and if he fails to like get an extract, he can also push size 2 with his game builder. So he can be helpful around, or maybe he can incinerate somebody that you need to kill. So yeah, I really like him. His piece I try to get in every game that I get my extracts. Yeah, I'll dive into the breakdowns later, but really good piece. Here I have Iron Man. Iron Man is kind of tanky guy also. He also has a lot of damage output with the access to Helios and Ricochet Blast, 2 cards that I currently have on my list. So yeah, he's really good. He is like the default guy when I need to walk and pick something up, and Toad has already done that before. Um, and yeah, really cool character. Also noteworthy. His push is any size, so that's really cool. Moving on to Chosen of Fast, or Panther Junior, as I like to call him. Well, he's also really cool on pay to flips. The bounce gives him a lot of mobility. He also, with Inside of the Ancients, can like reroll all of his dice when he's interacting. So cool. I can steal more stuff. He's also really fast with medium move and medium base. That's like the main reason he's here. He's also giving me like the side benefit of being a good hitter on one of my worst matchups. That's Webs. He can hit Mystic, so that's really really good for me. Um, yeah, that's Panther Junior. Moving on to Hulk, I have well, what can I say about Hulk? He's really good. He can throw, he can jump, he can strike hard. So yeah, he's good. I try not to play him on every game, but there are situations where I feel like he really shines. For example, on Researcher or even in Scoundrels, like he can really really put some pressure on the map, moving characters with a push and throws. So yeah, really really cool. Next we have Shang-Chi. Well, he is an amazing piece. He's in many lists now. He has a lot of mobility. He can also push stuff around. He doesn't even have to attack to push something. Or let me rephrase that. He doesn't have to attack the thing that he wants to push. So yeah, he can get around things that ordinary or aggressive. Honor bound is the thing with Peel. I forget the name, but he can basically get around people coming back to the point when they suffer damage. So that's really cool. He can also hit Mystic with that helps a lot against webs. I really like him. He's one of my favorite characters to threaten extract that's in the middle. He can walk and kick. Getting ready for turn two with Sula charge is also really really cool. Oh yeah, he can also be really really tanky if he is within three. So amazing character overall. Later on the list we have Crimson Dynamo. Crimson is a bit niche in my list. I only play him when I am some secure side I don't like demons, gamma, meteors, or stuff like that, and your list is trying to obviously kill me. So yeah, he has a lot of things to protect. The shock and his gainers, the destruction field to reroll. So yeah, he's really really cool. Lately he's been like so border case on my list and not being as much as effective as it once was. So I'm thinking about changing him, but that's only like a meta thing. He's not that he's bad or anything, just um, mm, not working perfectly for me. Let's go on to tactic. Tactic cards. So the first one is Avengers Assemble. This is a no-brainer. It's almost every game card. Giving the extra mobility is really really nice. Later we have Brace for Impact. This is also a no-brainer. It's in almost every list. Paying one damage to reduce five possible damage is super strong. And as I said, part of my list is just trying not to get killed. So great for that. Also great for that sacrifice. Um, just taking a hit with someone that has already gone or done his job properly is really really cool for maintaining the more important activations of the round. So sacrifice is an awesome card. With that being said, Hero for Hire is like the same thing but with different like reactive type. Also reliant of Luke Cage, but awesome card, the same purpose. Since a robbery is the way Rhino can drop stuff, so it is obviously that this card is here. It's really good, even with the nerf that it took. I still every time with him that I can. So yeah, I'm still playing this card. Helios is one of the two cards that Iron Man has access to just evaporate stuff on the map. I tend to hear a lot of people complain about Helios like being a lot dicey, sorry. I think they're kind of right, but the only advice I can give about that, it's like Helios is like an all-in play, so you cannot be cheap about it. You need to overspend in order to achieve your results. So when I use that card with that mindset, it started to pay a lot of work. Or so, yeah. That's like the only thing I have to say about this card. Ricochet Blast is also one of the cards that Iron Man has to do more damage. The 7 dice full rerolls is really, really strong. I tend to use this with him when I need to punch like strong stuff like Hellfire that need to go in like one round of attacks. Yeah, webs also. Yeah, that's Ricochet Blast for you. Second win is also kind of niche. It's not that it's a bad card. Paying one to remove stun and healing one, it's crazy good, but not on every game card. I mostly use it on Fisk, and I almost never play Fisk, so yeah, I can see this card going out in the future. Survival is also kind of weird. On paper, it seemed really, really strong, but in like in game, it doesn't kind of pay out as I hope so. So even though it can prolong the life of a model, I am not kind of completely sold on this. Maybe this card also can go out in the future. Chi Master is a crazy card. It's played some games for me, so I am really, really liking it. Paying 3 to ensure a stagger or ensure the kill on someone, it's really, really good. So yeah, when I am playing Shang and I have the space or I need the staggers, this card is going in 100%. With the tacticals covered, let's move to the crisis. First, we have superpower scoundrels. Well, this is really good for us because it's fast. Sam likes to score fast, so that's 1 point. 20 threat is also really good for us. We get more characters on the board, more leadership triggers. So yeah, that's also good. Um, as I said, I tend to play Hulk here, but it also it's like depending on my opponent. I don't have a default squad for this, but yeah, bring a lot of steals and pushes, and you'll be fine. Mutant Madman is one of the two beta flips that I run. The beat shape is like good for us. I'm not scared of beta flips because I have like the Rhino Tech and the Panther Junior. So I have a lot of attempts on flipping stuff, and the math kind of works out with the rerolls. So yeah, I can steal stuff. Avengers can easily rotate to 1 point to the other, so that's like good. And uh, they can also rotate from one side to the other fairly quick or quicker than other factions. So also really really good. And last but not least, we have portals with another pay to flip. So it's basically the same stuff. I do have a default squad for both Mutant Madman and Portals, but I will be talking about that a bit later. Also having a default squad for here, 17 points on 5 extracts, but as I said, I will cover that later. Um, Also really good, super, super fast. And yeah, the push is not something I'm too worried about, mostly because I tend to pick up stuff with Sam, which is fairly safe most of the time. And then like Toad, and then Iron Man, who is also kind of tanky, and Luke Cage can also like step up and provide easy protection. So you only have to be aware of not getting thrown outside of 3 or like body blocking the way. But there are some things you can do. It's not that terrible. Cubes is the other one. I like this one a lot. It's the same as points. It's the same 5, the same 17. So the same squad for both of them. And the fact that it basically gives you back your power each round, it's amazing. So I really, really like this one. And Scrolls is the one I'm least excited about. I This was here because I thought like if someone was not paying attention, Toad could easily steal the North. scroll for saying that, the first furthest one for me. And it has not been the case. People are more aware of that than I thought. So yeah, not happy times honestly with this one. So I can see rotating this one on the near future. So that's the whole list covered. I'll be moving on to the default plans I have for this list. So hopefully I can like put you on the mindset I go through every game. So I'll start with this. That's my 17 Avengers default options. The main reason to play this one is like you have your steel, so you can like get back on some difficult situations. You have your damage output with Iron Man. Panther also kind of can hit some stuff. You have your protection with Luke Cage, and Toad can, as I said, on this shape, that is the 17. I get that. He can, if you place him near the middle of the center and one of the other uh, side ones, he can double walk and pick either the center one or the back of your opponent. So that's really, really good because you start even without prio, you can get up on extracts from one. And that's like the whole point, like trying to put pressure. If he's not aware of that, your opponent is getting a big surprise because with prio, he uh, would most likely think that you will have to go and try stuff to get back up on the game, but it's the other way around. So I try to be as much of aggressive as possible with Toad. He can fairly survive most of things they can like throw him. Especially because it's round one, and not all lists have like a Thor 2 type situation where he basically insta dies. So yeah, it's my default setup, and it's been working out really good. And for 18, it's like something like this. So we basically just replace Miles with Rhino, and we try and do the same thing. So this is like the default setup, obviously still depending on the opponent and stuff, because against web or fire maybe I against webs I don't want Luke Cage, but I want some cheese, or I'll just start moving stuff around. But as I said, the default is like more options for me on pay to flips, and that's Rhino with the extra mobility and Panther that was already there. So yeah, the thing is the same. Rhino can steal, Rhino can dive fairly easy. You try and like stand on points to make your opponent have weird decisions because Rhino starts pushing pressure somewhere and attacking and maybe stealing and flipping the point. And Panther, like also on the other flank, can threat to flip the trap. You can also, if you have an extra lead, abandon one of the sides to the other. Both of them rotate quite well. So yeah, it's like I like this because even on portals you get to like decide which side of the map is like contested and the other one can be like forgotten. So you get to dictate the parts of the map where it's played, and I kind of really like to force my opponents to rotate because I tend to be faster than them doing so. So yeah, that's like the whole point of the list. Um, I don't have like much more to say other than thank you for watching my this video, and hopefully it like get you excited to try some things you saw here. Maybe try some Avengers. Um, that's it. So thank you and have a good day.